Welcome back, guys, to Trails to Azure, where last episode we finished up the Chapter 1 Day 2 Rainy Day Patrol by checking out the rest of the Entertainment District, Residential, Cathedral, and West Street, where we reached our last urgent of the day, Blunder My Umbrella, learning that Momo's favorite umbrella had been mistakenly taken. Having seen another pink brolly around Crossbell already, we set out to make the swap, tracking down Mei Ling at the Harbour District and making the exchange to bring back Momo's to finish it, as we now wonder what happens next.
Alright, Momo, why didn't I walk you home? You didn't forget anything in the store this time, did you? No, but I think the bread you baked us is already cold now. Hey, don't you start tearing up again. Or tearing up, sorry. I'll make you a new loaf, so none of that, okay? You're so nice, Miss Bennett. Ah, such a handful. Thanks for the help, gang. I knew I could count on you. So you found Momo's umbrella, huh? That's a relief. Now I don't need to feel weird about stocking up on bread and heading home. It's a shop. You're allowed to do that. Looks like you found the umbrella. Thanks for taking care of that. Now I can get back to baking bread with some peace of mind. How dare you? Just buy bread at the shop. The fact they're going to bake a whole new loaf for her, though, to appease her is a bit crazy, though. Great customer service, right? Oh. Hello, Lloyd Bannings of the Special Support Section speaking. Hey, Lloyd. Having fun toughing out in the rain? Oh, hi, Fran. What's up? Do we have an urgent request? Well, sorta. You remember Mayor Bixon from Mainz, right? Yeah, of course. Has something happened over there? Yep, he reported that they're having monster trouble inside of one of the mines again. More specifically, it's in the old deserted one just outside of town. Ah, cool. We haven't been there. Monsters in a deserted mine. Is that really all that strange? No, and none of the miners have been attacked or anything like that. The mayor said that something unusual is happening inside the tunnels. He'd like if the SSS could come and investigate as a precaution. Something unusual. I wonder what it could be. Okay, we're done with every other urgent request we had on our plate, so we'll get to mines as soon as we can. Sounds good. Oh, and one more thing. You also received a support request for a wanted monster on the Mainz Mountain Path. You should deal with that while on your way to the village if you can. Got it. It also sounds like the weather is nice and clear to the northwest of the city, so it shouldn't be raining on the mountain path. Feel free to drive your car there if you want. Oh, really? Good to know. Thanks, Fran. Contact us again if something new comes up. You betcha. Talk to you guys later. What did Fran need from us? Did something happen near mines? Yep, the mayor contacted the CPD about something unusual happening in one of their old mines. We're done with our support requests inside the city, so let's make our way over once we're ready. Oh, and the weather is apparently clear in that direction. We can take the car if we want. Aye, aye, leader. Let's swing by the back entrance of the SSS building. We end up going to mines by car. A new wanted monster support request has been added to the detective notebook and SSS terminal. Okay. Drop a save. We should check the library again. Now that we've done 3 urgents, so things have probably moved on there. And dialogue has not changed again. So no sweep. Huh. Even though we're going out and about. Cool. I mean, I want to check out the car. But I don't actually want to go anywhere in the car. We can now use the SSS car. Entrap the car, then choose a destination on the map to travel there. You can return the car to the garage by pressing X. Deck out your ride by adding recovery functions and changing its appearance. Various options can be acquired in shops or by reading magazines. I don't actually need to go anywhere in it because why install parts? What? Why pallet? Because if I drive places in the car, I won't be fighting monsters and getting chests and doing wanted requests and... Maybe I should have just talked to the car the whole time. Wrong house. Monthly Car Mania. Sky Paintworks. Right, okay. Whee! Yeah, there's a chest down there. Oh, that's going to be from the geofront again, is it? B sector. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with it. What's on the top? Hide window. Oh, you mean like... Oh, if you just press it once. Can't quite see the design on top. That's what I was looking to see. We'll go with it. Nice blue car. Okay. I think that's the only car book I've seen. Surprise me if there's one in the waiting for me somewhere else now. Haha! If you're looking for the director, he's lost in conversation with Mr. Nielsen. I'm sure he'll realize his break is already over one of these days. Well, it looks like things have moved on, but I'm just going to take a quick cut so I can feed my poor cat because I'm the only one here to do it. So as I feed my little cop, I will be right back to walk up to them and find out what's going on. Now, my little cop is now fed, so it's time to find out what these two are speaking about. The meeting is now taking place. What are you guys doing? I see. That's certainly an interesting way to put it. Oh, hello, Lloyd, my boy. Your timing couldn't be better. This is Nielsen, the man I told you about earlier. So you're the international journalist, then? Nice to meet you. I'm Lloyd Bannings of the CPD Special Support Section. Ah, so this is the SSS, and if you're Lloyd, that would make you its leader, right? You have a very clean, crisp voice, if you don't mind my saying. No, I don't. Oh, pardon my asking, but would you happen to be... blind? That's correct. I lost my vision in an accident many years ago. There you are, Director. Your break has been over for ages. The front desk misses you, you know. Oopsie daisy, seems like I got a bit too wrapped up in our conversation. You'll have to excuse me, duty calls as they say. Of course, why don't we catch up and exchange notes again sometime soon? Sure thing, drop by whenever you like. Looks like you're up, Lloyd. Take care. Sure. Huh? What did he mean by... Please allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Nielsen, a freelance journalist. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Same here. Nice to meet you. Nielsen, where have I heard that name before? Truth be told, I've been greatly looking forward to meeting with the Special Support Section. It's an honor. I'll be frank, I'd like to submit a support request of sorts. Would you be willing to hear me out? Sure. How can we help? Thing is, I'm currently conducting an investigation into the cult incident from this past spring. However, there are still several elements of the case that remain unclear to me. So whom better to consult than the team that played a pivotal role in resolving that very crisis? You want to interview us about the cult incident? Sounds like you already know a thing or two about it. What should we do, Lloyd? Given the sensitive nature of the topic, we have to be very careful about what we reveal. You're right, but on the other hand, going through with this interview might help refresh our minds on what actually happened. I'll cooperate. Well, if you insist, alright, we'll agree to an interview. However, say no more. I know there are things that one in your position shouldn't reveal. You are free to decline as many questions as you wish. I also think it would be best to consider anything we discussed today as strictly off the record. Got it. Thanks for understanding. One thing, though. Where should we hold it? I think doing it here could pose a problem. In that case, how about the seating area upstairs? It's relatively secluded, and we'll know if anyone is nearby. I think it's the perfect spot. Sounds like a good idea to me. Let's head on over. Wes, the inside scoop, the cult incident has started. If it's off the record, then why are we doing it? Thank you for agreeing to this interview. First, let us begin by laying out the context behind the incident. It began with a DG cult whose creed called for rejecting Adios in favor of worshipping devils. It's like, surely they should be like, hey, how's he know even this much? Over 10 years ago, they committed a series of child abductions all over the continent. I would like to review the manner in which those kidnappings were resolved 6 years ago. At the time, a large-scale operation was conducted to expose and exterminate the cult lodges across the continent. Can you tell me the forces responsible for carrying out that operation? Yes, it was... National militaries and police forces, Bracer Guild branches across the Muria. All of the above. It was all of the above. Because wasn't people like Arios and, of course, Guy, they were the part of the police then. They weren't... Arios was not a Bracer. So that's an easy enough question. But Bracers were involved. It was just like lots of people. It was a big thing. It was many, many lodges, as we understand it. A joint effort between multiple national militaries, police forces, and Bracer Guild branches, right? Correct. Due to the scale of the abductions, an international task force was assembled to carry out the investigation. Precisely. Leading that task force as its commander was Cassius Bright of the Bracer Guild, who... May I interrupt for a moment? When you say Cassius Bright, you mean the Brigadier General Bright, commander of the Royal Liberalian Army? Precisely. He's just giving that guy's information. He retired from active duty and spent around 10 years as a bracer. He only rejoined the army 2 years ago. That's quite the career trajectory. Maybe so, but there's something else that caught my attention. Named Bright. I didn't consider it until now, but could there be any relation? Yeah, I confirmed it while reviewing documents during my training with the 1st Division. Cassius Bright is Estelle Bright's father, and Joshua is his adopted son. I knew it. That's some coincidence. I thought there was something special about her during our little foot race. Little did I know she was born to fame. So you know the daughter of Brigadier General Bright, do you? I'm well acquainted with her exploits through my work, but personally not so much. It's kind of a long story, but we got to know her a little bit earlier this year. That's neither here nor there, though. My apologies for getting us off topic. Please continue. Very well, then. 6 years ago, the suppression operation was carried out under the command of Cassius Bright of the Bracer Guild. That operation was believed to have wiped out as much as 90% of the cult's influence. Among the participants was a certain promising squad from the Crossbell Police Department led by one Sergei Liu. The same Sergei Liu serves as section chief of the SSS today. He and his 2 subordinates carried the flag of the CPD for that operation. Said subordinates would be none other than Arios McLean and Guy Bannings, the older brother of Lloyd Bannings. Looks like you've done your homework. You even know the connection between me and Guy. Even among the police, there are only a select few who have this much information. When you've done this for as long as I have, you develop a reliable network of sources. Guy Bannings himself used to be one of them, in fact. He did. Yes, Guy lent me his aid time and time again, prior to his passing. But I digress. There was also another Crossbellan who played a role in the cult investigation. That would be Ian Grimwood, a lawyer and civilian advisor. Even then, Mr. Grimwood was well known and respected for his expertise on civil rights. I'm told he even contributed to gathering intelligence on the abductees. I do recall him telling us about how he assisted with the investigation. So that's the role he played. I've also heard that both the church and a mysterious organization made covert interventions down the line. Because of them, whatever influence the cult retained after the suppression quickly vanished. The church. Is that what Father Kevin was referring to back at the Altair Lodge? And the mysterious organization is likely that society we learned about. Both of them sure like to remain on the sly, don't they? Nevertheless, the cult's activity should have concluded years ago. And yet several months ago, it became evident the remnants of the cult were still alive and well. I know you're all too aware of who I'm referring to. Of course, Joachim Gunther. One of our surviving members finally crawled out of the woodwork. One of their, sorry, not our. Fishermen's, that's what I was thinking of. Precisely. He clearly had knowledge of the cult's inner workings well before the incident. In the end, however, did Joachim Gunther serve as their leader? Joachim. No, he was not their leader. Well, he was their leader in this incarnation. He's High Priest. No, he wasn't. He was the High Priest within the cult. That's right, he said as much himself. Yeah, but he also seemed to have a knack for research. It sounded like he supervised a bunch of experiments. I think that's what led to his familiarity within the cult's inner workings. A reasonable theory. Avenge, welcome to the channel. It was that position which allowed him to advance his research through the rituals they conducted around the continent. And after he successfully evaded the suppression operation 6 years ago, he went into hiding. Upon learning of former Speaker Hartman's weakness for a facility called Paradise, he was able to take refuge in Crossbell. Finally, he perfected a drug bearing the name for true wisdom, Gnosis. I'm unclear on the specifics, but my understanding is that he produced it to fulfill the cult's ambitions. That's right. The cult's ambitions. He said their goal was to make Kia into the true god. Yeah, he also claimed he could perceive things while under the influence of red gnosis. But in the end, we didn't get an opportunity to question him for all the details. As always, there are unanswered questions. I do believe we've outlined most of the particulars behind the incident. So now I'd like to finish by reflecting on the DG cult's origins. Would that be alright with you? The cult's origins? Yes, would you happen to know how long the cult dates back? Okay, I'm 100% certain that the answer is over 500 years ago, because over 1200 years ago was like everything was crap, right? Everything had gone to crap. The Septuagint Church had to pull us back. But 500 years ago was the amount of time that was stated earlier on about Kia, right? Something along those lines. It was like literally when she was in bed with us, I'm pretty sure. That sounds really wrong. Plus it's the middle number. But it's 500 years. Yes. Definitely not 50 years, that's for certain. By process of elimination. The cult traces back over 500 years ago to Crossbell's Middle Ages. What makes you say that? We heard it from Yochim himself. He told us that powerful alchemists used to roam this land 500 years ago. According to him, the cult had been making use of their technology ever since. Though of course, anything about their history prior to that is pretty unclear. I see. I think Yochim Gunther would willingly reveal so much. Yes, alchemists once lived in these lands, the very same ones who built Stargazer's tower. It's amazing to think that their knowledge, which before was merely legend, would be corroborated in such a sinister way. I don't remember him saying that, by the way. It's certainly surprising. I know he did, but I didn't remember it. Yes, and on that note, do you suppose this means that the little girl all of you took in is also over 500 years old? That's what we don't want to share, is it? Just how much do you know about the incident? My apologies, that remark was uncouth of me. It was merely a ludicrous notion that I arrived at by combining our respective pools of information. I swear by the goddess that I wouldn't print such a thing, so please be at ease. Right. And with that, I believe our interview has come to an end. Thank you very much for your cooperation today. This whole experience was very enlightening indeed. I think you told us more. Or told these guys more. Not at all. It was helpful for us as well. I believe it's time for me to be heading to my next appointment. If you'll excuse me then. Perhaps we can do this again in the future should the opportunity arise. That stick is, seems to be a suggestion to him. It's not something he needs. For a blind man, he sure walks with a spring in his step. There's really something about him, isn't there? Yeah, he's full of surprises in more ways than one. But he did give his word about Kia, so let's hope we can trust him. Right. Ah! What's up, Ellie? Finally hit me why his name sounds familiar. That man just now was Marcel Nielsen. He's a Crossbell journalist who won the Pulitzer Prize about 10 years ago. Wow, even I've heard the Pulitzer Prize. Yes, an international award given to the most outstanding journalist each year. That explains how he was so insightful. Wait, if he's from Crossbell, does that mean... Yes, he once worked as a correspondent for the Crossbell News Service. He was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for his coverage of a war, the very same one that robbed him of his vision. Since then, he's continued covering news all over the continent as a freelancer for several publications. Mr. Nielsen is distinguished among even the best journalists. He's that talented. Really now, who would have guessed we were being interviewed by a celebrity? Marcel Nielsen. We should speak with him again sometime if we get the chance. We should always speak to him. Inside scoop, the cult incident is complete. Mr. Nielsen is a freelance journalist, so he's been busy flying all around the continent. Apparently, this is his first time back in Crossbell in 3 years. I'm sure he's thrilled to be home. Extra dialogue there, then. Right, we successfully read the things. Okay, you didn't get any more dialogue. But more to the point, we successfully were told to come back because this guy was soon and we should meet him. And reply to it. Oh, Lloyd, looks like you're all done with your chat. Did you learn anything useful? Yeah, it was plenty interesting. By the way, Uncle Miles, how long have you known Mr. Nielsen? Well, he grew up in Crossbell, just like you and me. We've been good friends since his days at the CNS. I'd guide you in pretty well back then too. Yeah, he mentioned that. It sounds similar to the relationship we have with Grace. And again, I doubt Mr. Nielsen was as big of a handful for Guy, yeah. It's already been 10 years since Nielsen made a name for himself, winning the Pulitzer Prize. Don't know how long he'll be here, but I'm happy to have him back. Do you think he's gone back to the CNS? Okay, so he didn't overhear anything then. Or is playing coy. Depends how you look at it. Well, he's not there. She's not saying anything about him. Hasn't come back. This is the Pulitzer Prize. No one reacts to that. And Grace doesn't react to it either. Okay. No clue where he's gone. But he is a man that's full of info. Yeah, so next thing I want to know is find out if we were given the quests already. Or we have to go to the terminal to get them. But we already have the quests here. Under my umbrella. That's completed. Got the inside scoop there. Oh, where's this new one? I guess we just got to go there. It's not an urgent request. The interview is over for now, but I wouldn't mind speaking with him again in the future. It will not be a problem. So we got a monster. Neon Abyss Worm? Oh, come on. Just when they get worse, they get neon. What does that mean? What does having extra colors do? What does being glowy do? I do not know. I don't want to fight abyss worms anyway. They glow in the dark, do they? Okay, we got Blend of My Umbrella got us 5 DP. We got Promoted and got an Information Quartz. Not bad. And we got 5 for the Inside Scoop too. I like that he paid me. Okay then. I should probably check if there's any more Pompeii to play at this point. Remember the SSS's top priorities. Oh, so we didn't actually have to ask you anything. It sounded like we did have to, but we don't actually have to do anything regarding you. Okay. Let's just make sure there's not another game to do. No, it's only you. I like Pom Party though. That's fun. Looked like I was terribly going to lose for a time though. Okay, so no more sweep to have to do. We found that quest that was the only thing that was shouting out to us multiple times to go and visit it. So life is good there. Kia's just studying away while she blasts through her homework. I think it's time for us to go off along the Mainz Mountain Trail. Isn't it? He says, not being able to figure out where the hell he's supposed to be going. Kill an optional monster on the way. And we'll never take the car anywhere, will we? I'll say this a billion times, but we've got to travel this area on our own first to get all the goodies. So off we go. He's not going to force me to take the car after all, right? Shouldn't do. Information Quartz. 2-1. See detailed information about enemies without analyzing it. Makes you wonder what you want to have on what. I'll give you that. You have the information so you can get some more spell levels, I think. So at this point, you've got no... Oh, you do have tier. And you've got breath. I don't think you actually got anything that much better. Arrow, Sickle, Heat Wave. Fortuna, ADF up. Not bad. Want to get you as many spells as possible, really. And you're not going to be casting. You're going to be getting hit, so you'll take that. Hey! Freshly picked leaves, not pickled that I thought it was. Off we go. So, let's begin exploring. We didn't have a detection. That wrong button. I wanted to...
よーし任せて
Yeah, change to you. That's what I want to do.
そこ
一気に落とすよ。
Our lady with the ranged stuns is going to instantly take these guys out.
行くわよ
We're going to need to get the scan on them, but...
イエスマム
Yes, Mum! I thought they were going to live!
上出来かしらさすがですね
Yeah, we're getting, like, bait aplenty here. There must be another fishing spot on the way. 10 wind sepith. No, you shouldn't be able to see me, gator flyer.
や
No!
やれやれ。怖いもの知らずだな。
Yale, yale indeed.
セットはいそこ
I'm big on my yares of yares right now.
私の番ね
Right, we need to scan one of these and fast. You're the one with the most HP. Why was he?
さてと。
ややせい
I probably should have scammed with you when I think about it. They're all victimizing Wazi. I think Wold's got to them. This monster is as swift as a bird and as fierce as a gator and menacing groups as the humming gator.
え
Eh?
エニグマ駆動よーしや
俺の番だ
Guy got a blooming free hit.
せいで
行くよ。
ややせい
It's turned into a messy fight. Eccentric rat that uses its front teeth to carve boulders that it then rides on. It's a rock rat. At least it's not poo.
え
Always look on the bright side. It ain't poo.
よーしそこ
行くぞ。
I guess Wazi got
迎
like
撃完了。
44 CP out of being beaten up a bit though. Hey, can't miss me, little place. Luminous glass is obtained. 7 out of 61. When he kissed her after her I do, her lips made no effort to return it. He shielded the cold steam from their blushing reception by cupping her cheeks in his hands and tugging her tightened hair out of its bun. Our chess stories continue. But they're so few and far between. But are we all keeping track? Probably not.
やみんなチャンスよイエスマム
Earth Drome.
行くよ。よし。
Yes, they do not get moved on being attacked, so...
よーしはっ
We take out at least one, life will be good. Earth Drome, small mollusk monster that uses earth arts, has an endless spring of orbital energy within.
任せてエニグマ駆動行きますや
Between the sparkle coming out as well.
任せてくれ。
Oh my god, Wazi needed that.
ややはっや
Life is good. Wazi has way more EP.
よかった
Alright, look for a fishing spot. I'm confused. I don't remember these bridges being here, but probably because I got used to motoring through these areas. The jelly brain thing.
一気に落とすよ。
It's interesting they never changed much the monsters were in the region. They basically had the same guys around. Ale slime, ale slime.
私の番ですね。
Of course you reached that one.
僕の番か。せいせい。はっ。よし。
I should attack this guy.
やっ。で。
An eerie monster that spews foamy bubbles filled with hazardous gas. Unfortunately, not weak to anything.
任せて。
I mean, it doesn't mean it isn't weak to anything, if you know what I mean. We can use other things, like photon shot here.
エニグマ、駆動、行きます。は？
任せてく
Do I
れ。
leave that poison to do the tick or not?
せい。はっ。
I might not even be able to reach when I think about it.
さてと。せいせい。やっ。
It's better to take away the enemy turn, I feel. Oh, great. He's confused Lloyd. Lloyd's going to X-craft everyone and everyone's going to die.
みんな。
Oh, wait, we've got photon shots. I wonder where these neon abyss worms are and if they'll be chopped up by someone, if you know what I mean. Are these actually enemies for us to beat this time?
一気に落とすよ。
Signs could point to no. You just don't know.
私の番ですね。そこ。
僕の番か。やっやっやっ。俺の番だな。せいで。
Ellie's got it.
私の番です。や
You're short.
ー。これで一安心ですね。
I don't mean your height. We can't see our targets on the map. Would be nice.
そこ。
Right, Hamingate, you made my life a hell last time because I didn't get the preemptive.
よし。一気に行くぞ。
いいさ。今だわ。みんな行くわよ。
It's almost funny
Yes,
that they didn't balance Team Ref in Trails from Zero, so that it appeared on literally every single preemptive attack.
上陸かしら。さすがですね。
It's just an interesting thing that the developers they put an ability in and then they don't think, oh yeah, this could provide some problems.
一気に落とすよ。
Until like the next iteration comes out and they're like, yeah, we'll tone that down a little bit.
みんな行くわよ。
いいね。
イエスマン。
了解。
ややや。
And then a new problem emerges.
上陸かしら。
ナイスファイト。
Player power is strong in these games. Okay, it's a fishing spot. When it comes to excellent places to fish, the Mainz Mountain Path doesn't miss. That was lame. That was just sounding like a really bad advert. This advert was sponsored by Lloyd of the Fisherman's Guild. Okay, so you don't bite to dumplings either. Nothing likes dumplings. That's what we're getting out of this. The question is, will I find a different fish here that is not, you know, 'cause the water sources are connected. It's more that we need different bait. Lucky I've got a billion of these.